preliminary, it appears that there was a road rage incident between the two subjects. One subject stopped his car in front of the other, got out, and an argument ensued at which time one of the individuals was shot. The deceased is approximately 40 years old. We're still working to identify him, and we will get that information out to you as soon as we can. Right now, we're processing the crime scene, interviewing our shooter and a number of witnesses who have come back to the scene.
Was the shooter the one performing CPR? Or somebody
Yes, he
else?
was.
What kind of message does that send that the shooter was performing CPR after this incident?
I can't speak for him, but he was still trying to do the right thing and make sure hopefully that the individual would survive.
Any idea of what stemmed even the initial altercation, the initial fight?
All we know is that it is some type of what we believe road rage incident. But again, we're still very early in the investigation.
Were they both alone in their cars?
Yes.
Anything else that might have tipped you off as to what started this other than just simple road rage?
No, that's just from our basic interview of the shooter, but again, we have to conduct more detail.
Any other cars with eyewitnesses able to provide you any additional information? I mean, this being rush hour on a fairly well-used intersection.
Right, a lot of people are now calling and coming back to the scene. There was no one here at the scene when we originally arrived, but now we are talking to them. So we're in the process of doing that and hope to gain some additional information. And we'd also just like to make sure people, especially in school, know to stay out of this area because we will be out here in a couple of hours and trying to prevent people from being late.
So from your perspective, how taxing is it? This is the first day of school, and then this is going on. I'm sure it's a drain on your resources.
We're prepared for these kind of issues, so our homicide section comes out and does this, so that's okay. And then we have other units sort of helping to divert traffic so that people can get around and try to avoid getting stuck in it.
You guys, I mean, have we seen just a general uptick in road rage incidents, or is it simply maybe, I don't know, are we seeing any of that at all from a law enforcement standpoint?
We do see it. I don't have the numbers in front to say if it's increased or not, but we certainly have seen some cases recently that are concerning. And again, we'd urge the public, don't engage with people. It's not worth it over some type of traffic-related incident or you're 5 minutes late to work or school. Just drive by and ignore the person and don't get in some type of confrontation. It's not worth anybody's life.
Are you able to tell us if this is a case of self-defense or?
Again, it's too early. That's something we certainly have to consider, whether it's stand your ground, self-defense, or charges will be filed. And the state attorney is out here with us, so we always meet with them and discuss the actions of the case. And it was probably nothing that will resolve today because of the investigation. We need to make sure it's thorough and complete, so we don't anticipate charging anybody or making a decision one way or the other today.
Now, the big thing jumping out, like you just said, don't engage the other person. How many times have we seen it where motorcyclists looking off their bikes and engage the driver, that sort of thing? Just don't engage anybody, especially get out of your vehicle.
No, it's not worth anybody's life, again, over a few words, over some type of traffic-related incident. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Captain.
Colonel Donna Lusczynski, thank you so much.